Alrighty. What's up, everybody? It is I, your Travel God of Extreme, Peter Joseph here, for a Monday evening video right here on the Peter Joseph YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button in my pants down below in the description box. Subscribe to this channel and my other channels all down below in the gobbledygook. Leave a comment on the video if you like, but don't leave stupid comments because you'll get sent to the Shadow Realm. Satan and Ozzy will eat your soul! So, please don't do that or not going to look good for you. So that's that. Friend me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap and slap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one, because if you miss anything, you're pretty much SOL, and, well, if you don't know what that means, look it up. And that's that. And if you're brand new here, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, you grab yourself a cold one. Whatever you got. Sit back, relax, put your feet up, and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You know, suck a dick. And that's all I got to say about that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching on this Monday evening, August the 11th, 2025. We're getting close to the midpoint of August, so we know what that means. Pretty much 4 and a quarter months to go to the end of the year. So basically at the midpoint, not the midpoint of the year, we already hit that in July, but at the halfway point of August, and we got 2 weeks to go, and we'll see what happens with that. Got a busy month ahead with 2 pay-per-views next Sunday. That's AEW Forbidden Door and NXT Heat Wave. And then the weekend after that, August the 31st, will be Clash in Paris. Now when we turn the calendar month over to September, I think we got September the 12th, we got something on the 12th, I wrote it down. I think we got Ring of Honor coming up. Well, we got Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor, August the 29th. And we got some good stuff coming your way in September. And I'm going to talk about one of those things in just a little bit. So let's get into it. Let's not spend any time because we got Monday Night Raw coming up in at the top of the hour. So let's get to that. But the big, huge news coming out of the weekend was Killer Kross, or Karrion Kross, whatever you want to call him. Well, Killer Kross, his contract expired yesterday, and he did a whole hour-long premiere on his YouTube page talking about what's going on, and basically, you know, the ins and outs of what was going on with his contract, you know, what's going on in the back, all this other stuff, and it's a really good video. Go watch it on his YouTube channel. And Scarlett Bordeaux's contract also expired. But now, everybody's like, oh, this is a work. I mean, this is actually real. Why did they get rid of him? He was doing so good. The crowd was getting behind him. The merch was going up the wazoo. And, you know, it could be a work. It could be another one of those Ron Killings type things. So again, like Ron Killings 2.0, where he leaves for a little bit, then he comes right back under a different name. See, he was R-Truth, and then he cut his hair, and now he's basically Killer Kross again. Not Kross, sorry. He's R-Truth, now he's Ron Killings again from, you know, his TNA days. I thought he was gonna be in TNA, you know, at maybe Slammiversary or something like that. Obviously not, because he came back and pretty much whooped Cena's ass. So we had that. So I don't know if this is going to be another one of those things. And if it is, a lot of people are like, well, why, you know? people are like, why did they string this out as a work? Why? We kind of knew. Some people knew, some people didn't. But in any case, we have that. So, and then they moved Scarlet and Killer Kross to the alumni section, which usually means bye-bye, so long, farewell. They're gonna get their release. And it was the same day that Ashanti the Adonis got released, and he's looking to go to TNA. So, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. Maybe him and Cedric can form a tag team again. I don't know, but we'll get that. But anyway, now the question is, what does Kross do from here? Well, Scarlett has an event coming up next, I think this weekend, some type of horror fest weekend with her, because she does all those Halloween stuff. So she's going to be doing that. But it didn't take long for Killer Kross to reveal his next move after WWE, and he's going to go back to being Killer Kross. It's not going to be Karrion Kross, it's going to be Killer Kross. Well, as of today, after his WWE departure, Kross launched a brand new pro wrestling tee store, and the merch makes it clear he's going back to Killer Kross. The store features several designs emblazoned with the Killer Kross branding, a direct callback to his pre-WWE days, his TNA and indie days. From bold logo shirts to stylized catchphrase tees, the message is unmistakable. Kross is leaving the WWE moniker behind, and I don't blame him. Karrion Kross, it was just a ridiculous, stupid name. We got that. And Scarlett also wrote out some merch featuring multiple smoke show designs when she was a smoke show in TNA and on the indie circuit as well, with Killer Kross, and with other themed shirts that reflect her signature persona, whatever you want to call it. And this move comes amid an internal talk with WWE Corporate that there are people within WWE Corporate with no ties to creative or anything storyline-wise who are under the impression that Karrion Kross and Scarlett are no longer with the company. While WWE hasn't made any official announcement just yet, the merch launch is as a pretty loud confirmation that they're done. They are D-O-N-E, done. Now, with his name officially back to Killer Kross, the door is wide open for a return to his independent roots or a run in another major promotion. He can go to AEW, he can go back to TNA, he can even go to New Japan, if he wanted to. Gabe Kidd, anyone? And there was even talk that from Bray Wyatt back in the day, that he wanted to bring in the Righteous and have it as an extension to his group. So he wanted the Righteous and Killer Kross to be in the group and have this big, like, Righteous Bray Wyatt type faction. So that obviously did not work, and it would have been great for, you know, with Vincent, Dutch, and Killer Kross to form a nice little trio, and then I would add in freaking Elijah and turn him into a dark character. That would have been an epic fucking stable. But we don't even know what's going on with the Righteous right now. They're pretty much on the sidelines, waiting to see who actually takes them. And, you know, there were rumors that the Righteous were going to go to WWE, maybe go to TNA, maybe New Japan, who knows? So we still don't know what's going on with the Righteous right now. Autumn sunshine, you know, good stuff. That's that. So right now, Killer Kross is gone. I doubt he'll be on Raw tonight. Like, oh, he's gone. Oh, he's there. Here he is. What are you doing here? How you doing? You know, it's like, fooled you. You know, Hunter's like, oh, fooled you. You know, no, you didn't, Hunter. Shut up. So, I don't know what's going to happen with Kross. I think he should just leave WWE. They fucked him up so bad the first time when he was the NXT champion, had a great run, got destroyed by Adam Cole on the mic. Baby. lost the belt. I forgot who he lost the belt to. And then, pretty much, went to the main roster. They put that stupid helmet on his head. And his first match, he lost to Jeff fucking Hardy in 90 seconds. Downhill he went. We didn't see him for a while. And then he got released. And then he did some indie work, like in Wrestle Pro and other stuff. And then, next thing you know, WWE was like, oh, you know, when Hunter took over, Hunter's like, we're going to bring back Killer Kross. I was like, okay, let's see if this works a second time. Didn't really start off good, because we didn't see him much. And then they make the Final Testament faction with Akam and Razor, they also paying to bring in Precious Paul Ellering back, which I thought was good. And Scarlett's there, you know, getting creeped out by Nikki Cross. And I thought it was going to go somewhere, and then the only thing they actually did that was actually relevant was take out the Wyatt Six for a little while. And then next thing you know, Akam and Razor get released, Precious Paul Ellering gets released, and, you know, Kross and Scarlett are on an island again. And then basically we see him in the back for like not even a couple of minutes, and he's trying to be like this prophet. And he gets involved with Sami Zayn. We just saw that. And then, you know, I thought it was going to be a good feud. It was going to propel Kross to the stratosphere, or at least to something good. Title shots, maybe. Not that he was going to win, but take him somewhere. Give him a big monster push. Pretty much that monster push went out the door. Because after the whole thing with Sami ended at SummerSlam, where Sami just basically beat Kross. I mean, it looked like a jobber. It was sad. I knew when he lost at SummerSlam, I just knew that he was going to get released. And pretty much didn't release him. His contract ended. Now, does WWE re-sign him? Or, you know, while he's awaiting a new contract, he can do the indie circuit in like 3 months. Oh, his contract ended. He can do everything he wants. It's not like he got released. Because if he got released, we can't wrestle for 90 days. So he could go to an indie show and appear tonight if he wanted to. But that remains to be seen with him and Scarlett Bordeaux. Is it a work, ladies and gentlemen? In my opinion, I don't know. It could be a shwork. We don't even know. Can't be a work. It could be a shoot and work. But I think we're going to see Kross maybe... I was going to say this whole thing, he might come back at Clash in Paris. I doubt that now, but then again, you never know. But if it is over for him in WWE, I'd rather him go back to TNA. Maybe cut off his hair again. I don't know how Scarlett feels about that, but I mean, she loves that long mane of hair. Who knows what's going to happen with that. But that's all I got to say about the Killer Kross situation. I don't like it. They were, you know, he was getting a lot of cheers, and then Kross in that little 1 hour video, he says that, oh, the WWE wanted him to not even acknowledge the fans going, we want Kross, we want Kross. I mean, what? You hear that, and they tell you don't listen to it? I mean, come on. It's hard enough to not listen to the fans when they yell at you, when they boo at you, and they, you know, say stupid shit. So how do you expect him not to, you know, ignore that? Fucking morons. But in any case, ladies and gentlemen, that's really all I gotta say about the Killer Kross situation. I hope he comes back. I hope he goes to AEW. I don't know how Tony Khan would use him in AEW, because Wardlow's supposedly coming back. But I'd rather him go back to TNA, or just go back to the indie circuit, where he was just a god there, so... The same thing with Scarlett, but yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so, that's one of the main things I want to talk about. The other main thing that I want to talk about is how much the WWE fears AEW. Why do I say that? What are you talking? Are you just talking crazy, Peter? No, I'm not talking crazy. And don't call me Shirley. It seems like every time AEW has a big, huge pay-per-view, on a weekend, guess what WWE does? Oh, we're gonna put NXT at the same day or the same time frame. We had that about a month or so ago. We had Money in the Bank, and then we had Battleground, which I thought was ridiculous. And they're doing it again next month, because today, per Ringside News, the Bible of all wrestling talk, the WWE has scheduled and is moving forward with a plan for September the 20th, a main roster pay-per-view to go pretty much head-to-head with AEW All Out, which is going to be in Toronto. And that's starting at, like, I think 7 or 8 o'clock. So, the main roster pay-per-view will probably start at 7. So there'll be a lead-in to All Out. Now, I think this is a really, really, really bad idea. Because if All Out is going to be probably a good show. Because we've got Edge and Christian taking on, spoiler alert guys, Edge and Christian taking on FTR for the tag team belts in Toronto, and Christian and Edge's basically their hometown, their big reunion. They're going to win the belts from FTR, go on a nice little run with the belt for maybe a month or 2, or 3 or more, who knows. We're supposed to be a big, huge event in Toronto, probably sold out at the Rogers Center or whatever they're doing the event. Some rinky-dink 14,000 seat arena, where we should be in the Rogers Center, or where the Toronto Maple Leafs play. But I digress on that. And WWE's like, oh, okay, we're gonna one up AEW, and we're gonna hold this unnamed pay-per-view on September the 20th, basically around the same time. And I'm like, why? I mean, it gives us more to watch, yeah, and it's competition per se, but I have a feeling that All Out is gonna basically destroy whatever WWE pay-per-view it is. Imagine Great Balls of Fire coming back or some shit like that. Oh boy. Well, maybe Bad Blood can come back. I mean, September. Think about that. Maybe Payback. Who knows? But that's all really I got from Ringside News. Let me just read the actual story. WWE is set to hold the show on September 20th in Indianapolis, Indiana. Probably where the Pacers play. Directly clashing with All Out at the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, which I think is where the Maple Leafs play. Anyway, WWE is planning to hold an event in Indy on September 20th, which is the same day as AEW will be doing All Out, like I mentioned before. While WWE hasn't revealed what time their show will kick off, it could be at the same time. It could be at 7, and then All Out begins at 8. So WWE has that 7 o'clock window when we have the All Out 0 hour for All Out. So that'll go head-to-head. And then pretty much the main show will go head-to-head with the second hour of whatever this pay-per-view may be. So, I don't know. But the date marks the first time a WWE main roster pay-per-view will go head-to-head up against an AEW pay-per-view. Now, in the past, WWE has scheduled NXT premium live events like we saw about a month or so ago with Battleground and Money in the Bank. Live events on the same day as AEW specials, including Double or Nothing, All In, Texas, Forbidden Door, and stuff like that. Because we had the Great American Bash go head-to-head with All In, and Great American Bash didn't look so good, did it? So, but basically they're at the same time, I believe. So, I mean, we'll have to see what happens with this situation, what September 20th brings, and what the pay-per-view is going to be. You know, I don't like how WWE loves to try to one-up Tony Khan, and he's like, oh, this is like a B-level pay-per-view, and we're just gonna throw something up like an NXT NXT pay-per-view and shit. I think it's ridiculously stupid that this is gonna happen for WWE. And what's the name of it? I don't even give two shits. I don't. And it makes no sense, because 2 weeks after that is Crown Jewel, I believe. October the 5th, I think? Somewhere in the beginning of October, right? So, you're having a pay-per-view on the 20th, and then 2 weeks later, you're going into Crown Jewel. Which makes no sense. So why are you having a pay-per-view? I mean, if you're having Saturday Night's Main Event, that's one thing. But I would not do it on the 20th. I would do it on the week after, the 27th. Which is 1 week before Crown Jewel. That's what I would have done, but, you know, I'm just a schmuck from New York, so I don't know what's going to happen. Leave me your thoughts and opinions. What do you think the name of the pay-per-view is going to be on September the 20th? Is it a good idea to go head-to-head with All Out? And that's that. And also leave me your comments about Killer Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux. What do you think the future is for them? Is their release a work? A schwork? Is it real? Who knows what it is? And that's pretty much it. Alright guys, I am out of here. I'm going to get ready for Monday Night Raw. And should be a good show tonight. We were supposed to have Io going after the belt from Naomi, but Naomi had to, basically Jimmy Uso herself and pull out of the match. For what reason? I don't know. I don't know if she's hurt, or she just pulled herself out of the match. The match got cut. I don't know what happened. So we'll probably find out from Michael Cole and Corey Slave tonight on Raw on the broadcast. But there will be no Raw Women's Championship match between Io and Naomi. So Stephanie McClure will probably have to wait till next week to find out who she's facing at Clash in Paris. But then again, it could be a three-way between Stephanie McClure, Io, and Naomi. And then Mommy Rhea Ripley's like, hey, I want in. And then maybe that becomes a fatal four-way. I don't know. I would not be surprised if WWE does something dumb like that, but I'd rather have Stephanie McClure and Naomi one-on-one, and maybe La Primera gets the win and becomes the new champ. But I don't know. It seems like the storylines are getting mixed up. It's all over the place. I thought we were going to get Cena and Brock on SmackDown. No. And then people are like, oh, let's have Cena and Brock at Clash in Paris. No, because it doesn't fit. It's better off they do that in Australia for Crown Jewel. And then people saying, oh, let's just postpone it to all the way to Survivor Series in November in Petco Park in San Diego. I think doing it in Australia is better than doing it in the States. Yeah, you can do that, but why don't you just have, if you want to be really, really messed up or really, chaotic, how about Cena's final match in WWE? His retirement match basically is against Brock. Brock retires him. How about that? I'm going to have to see what happens with that. Alright guys, anyway, I'm going to get ready for Monday Night Raw. I was going to do my TNA Ring of Honor review. I'll do that after Raw. So you got that. You got this video. Then you got your TNA review. And then maybe later your Collision review. Or tomorrow, most likely tomorrow, we'll do because I am off tomorrow because I do have a doctor appointment early. So, because I had one today, got canceled, so I have to go tomorrow. But in any case, tomorrow we'll do Collision early, and then tomorrow night, probably after NXT tomorrow night, we'll talk about Collision and Raw, and then Wednesday we'll talk about NXT, get you ready for Dynamite, and then we're probably pretty much on a little bit of a well, this week is a little bit busy because I want to get Dynamite up Wednesday night or Thursday, And then the TNA review will be coming late Sunday because I will not be around this Friday or Saturday because I will be jamming with In This Moment in Jersey. So I will not be doing videos anytime Friday or anytime Saturday. So if there's big news, if I have some time, which I probably won't, I will put up a community post about it. Or maybe I'll do something on social media, my Twitter, and I'll put it on Twitter or put it on my community tab. But we got that. But like I said, TNA Ring of Honor review for this coming Thursday probably will be coming either late Sunday or next Monday. So, and this Sunday will be SmackDown and Collision, and then TNA next Monday, and then we're hopefully back on a semi-regular basis, but, I mean, we'll see what happens with that, but, I will be here throughout August, through the pay-per-views all of August, all of September, all of October, and then we'll have to see come November. We'll see. There is a chance I might take a hiatus before Thanksgiving. I'm not sure yet, and then probably after the holidays and going into the new year, I might take a hiatus just for the holidays, and probably come back like January the 2nd, 2026. It's not tentative yet, but once I get an actual itinerary, from my job and everything, I'll let you guys know, and that's pretty much it. Because I know you guys, and especially you losers out there, love me so much. You want to know what I'm doing 24/7, 365. In 5 seconds, I'm going to go take a mean old shit. Oh, he's telling me no shit. So invested in my life. So, it is what it is. I care less what you dumb fucks do on a daily basis. I'm gonna go play with my kid. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be happy. Yay! No, nobody cares. Nobody cares what you do in your spare time on YouTube, because when you're off YouTube, you still think about me. I don't think about you. I care less about you. Oh, you always in the comment section. No, I'm not. If I have a moment, I'll look at my phone, but I'm not going to be in your comment section. So, kiss my rosy red ass, Mahoney. And also, do what your girlfriends and your moms do on a daily basis. Below me. And that's pretty much it. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys after Raw for your official AEW Collision review. And then we'll talk about TNA Ring of Honor. Maybe after that, or most likely early tomorrow afternoon. Probably like around 12, maybe 1 o'clock. And that's that. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Until next time. Peace!